what's up fam, it's your girl Eden from Eden Endless Talks, Shakina Eden on Facebook and babe_Shiza on Instagram. If you have not checked my pages out, kindly go check it out ASAP. And for all the new peeps that are here, please press the subscribe button down below, turn on your post notification bell so that you can be notified about every other video I'm going to be posting in this channel. And also don't forget to give a like and a comment down below, and I will truly appreciate. So guys, as you can see down below, I am going to tell you my story about last year. If you say corona is hard, I guess my last year was harder than I could ever imagine. So I decided to share all my experiences I had last year to you guys, because I think that time has reached that I can open up and tell you guys like what happened to me and what I underwent, what kind of pressure I underwent, because I promised you this video, so I am keeping to my promise. Hope you guys like this video, and so let's get to it. So guys, right now I'm having a bit of cold, so you guys have to bear with me just a little bit, but I'm all good. It's not corona. I'm fine. And so I wanted to tell you guys about what I underwent last year. So guys, last year was one of the hardest years in my life. I have never been so, should I say, traumatized and depressed, and I had a lot going on. It was so painful. I felt so bad every single day last year started. So guys, if you all know, last year I was a candidate. I was going to sit for my KCSE exams, which is a national exam in Kenya, and here we really, like, that's like a big step in your life, so they say here in Kenya, and it usually determines what you can do in future. That's what they say, which I don't really believe, but that's what people say about it, and that's how it is. That's how it is. So guys, last year January we went back to school. I think it was the second week, on the 6th or 7th we went back to school, and I remember when I was back in Form 3, I was discouraged to join the music festivals and the drama festivals, which was really heartbreaking, because that was the only thing that I felt like really pushed me in life, that really pushed me to do things, interact with people. That's how I engaged in loving music and acting and all kinds of stuff like that. That's where I got the passion from. But my dad thought like it is not right for me. He said that it's going to spoil me, it's going to it's going to make me fail. So that time I was so depressed. I was so heartbroken, because I felt like that was the only thing I had to live for in school, because I felt like that was the only thing that I felt like it is me doing my thing, it is who I am, it is what I do. That is how I felt. But I felt like my dad and mom did not understand that. They didn't get that. So I had to stop by fire by force, and it was really heartbreaking. I cried for days. I didn't eat for days just because of drama festivals. So I could remember seeing the drama festival members practicing their choreography, remembering that I was so good in it. I just see them and I'm like, I'm supposed to be there. I'm not supposed to be in class. I'm supposed to be there, out there, showcasing my talent, showing people what I got, showing people how I roll, because that was my thing. But they didn't get that. They didn't get what I was saying. They just thought that it wasn't right for me. It wasn't the right time. So they said, I was so heartbroken. I was so crushed. So after a month or two, I think it was like a whole term. That's when I was like, yo, you know what? Don't mind, because once you get out of this high school, you're going to go to university and you're going to continue with the drama and music all that you can. Nobody's gonna ask you because that will be your choice. So that encouraged me, and I forgot all about the drama and music, and I started concentrating in studies. Like literally, I started studying, I started revising, I started going for consultations, I had tuition, I had everything going on my way thanks to a certain teacher of mine. She was called Madam Molenja. Thank you so much, Madam Molenja. You really changed my life. Trust you me. And as in, guys, I don't know whether you guys have ever been in such a situation. That time I was really in the mood of studying. I focused on the last term of Form 3, and I was really, really, I got the psych. Yani, I was so excited that I was even into studies. That was something that was never there. As in, I couldn't even pay attention. I was just doing my thing, drama, music. I'm done. Third term comes. I just, read a little, then, do the exam and go back home for another 2 months. And then, the cycle continues. But this time it was different. I felt like I need to make a change. So I became serious in third term, Form 3 third term, and I studied, I worked hard, I really concentrated in class, I listened to every teacher, I listened to everything the teachers had to say. I was always there concentrating, trying my best. I was putting more effort in every single thing I did. I kept more effort. So we went home for 2 months and came back. I had the psych. I still got the juice. I was so focused that like when I entered that class, the form 4, when I enter that form 4 class, when I enter that door, everything has to change. I have to make a difference in myself. I told myself, you know what, Shakes, you have to refuse any kind of thing that people might tell you, and they might say that you cannot make it, but you are a winner. That's what I told myself. And my dad really encouraged me, my mom encouraged me, and the teachers encouraged me. They saw the effort I was putting, and I really appreciated, because they saw something that I didn't see in myself in the beginning. Guys, I entered form 4 and life was good. So we went to class, and we stayed in class. We sat, and once I reached my seat, I made a prayer to God, and I was telling him, God, now this is my final year, this is my final lap. I need you to come and intervene, I need you to come and take control now. Help me to read, help me to understand everything the teachers teach me. This is a new year with a new resolution. So I told myself. So I prayed to God. I was so dedicated in doing everything perfectly for my 4th year. I was so dedicated. Yani, I I got the psych. Yani, I had the psych. I couldn't stop. I felt so nice joining Form 4, because I felt like it is a turning point for me. It is where I could turn the thoughts of people towards me. That is how I felt. So I stayed for 2 weeks. That's the first term. I stayed for 2 weeks, and once I finished the 2 weeks, my legs started to swell. Swell. It wasn't really big. It just like a rash or something. Should I not a rash? As in, it just started swelling in a way. So that time I couldn't fit my legs inside the school shoes, so I had to walk with slippers. And I remember within those 2 weeks we were having an academic day. Academic day is basically where your parents come, check on your performance, on your academic upkeeps, how you're doing. So that's how it was. So it was kind of hard for me to juggle it, but I tried my best. I tried my part. Anyway, um hmm, my mom came for the academic. I saw her. I was very excited. I was very happy to see her because she's one of the motivations that helped me to focus on my studies and all of you. So I was so excited to see her, and I was like, that's my mom. She wants me to succeed, and I need to do this for her. But then I told her, yo mom, do you know what? Like, my leg has started to swell and it's kind of painful. And she was like, don't worry. Maybe it's just because you were not used to the school shoes. You know the way tafis are usually so heavy. So like that's what she told me, and I was like, oh, by the way, that could be a reason. So I had to impress myself. Kujikaza. I had kujikaza. So 2 weeks went by. So I guess that's a whole month that ended. 2 weeks went by, and I woke up one morning and I felt like I couldn't move. I couldn't walk. My leg was in serious ache, and it was in serious pain. I have never felt such pain in my life. I have never. What? My leg was in serious pain. Even the thoughts. So, I was in so much pain that morning. So I woke up my bedmate and I told her, "Yo, Precious, you know what? My legs are really paining. I don't know how I'm gonna get to class." So she called another friend of mine and they took me to class. They literally carried me because anytime I could just step on the ground, I could feel so much pain on my leg. Like literally a lot of pain. So they took me to class. I sat in class and I was like, the pain continued persisting. When the teacher came, when break time came, I felt like I couldn't move. So I told the prefect, "Yo, please just bring my breakfast here in class." I took my break. I took my tea and bread. Then after that, I felt the pain increasing. Then I was asking myself, is the food making me ache more or what is it? I was in so much pain, guys. Too much pain. Not any kind of normal pain. It felt like witchcraft because it was so painful. So painful, guys. It was so painful. So I had to do a massage on my leg that day. I called a friend of mine that was in Red Cross and I told her, you know what, just bring some deep heat to leg, let's massage this leg because I'm feeling like I'm not feeling it. I'm not understanding how I'm feeling because I've never had such an experience in my life before. So, so um, the pain persisted. We went to the dorms. I was being helped by two people. They were holding my hands and we reached the dorm. They made sure I was in bed. They washed my clothes. Bedo, I love you. So once they did that, I slept. At night, at around 12, guys, the pain was worse than before. I woke up trying to go to the washroom. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. It was so paining. I mean, it was so painful. My leg was so painful that I couldn't even, think like I couldn't think straight. I felt like it really affected like my whole body because I could feel the pain like all the way to my shoulders, to my back, to my head. Yani, I felt so bad. I don't know how to explain it, but I really, really, really felt so bad. So that's so I woke up the next morning. I had to go bathe. I just couldn't. I couldn't stand. So I waited for everyone to take a shower, and it was around 5 minutes to class. That's when I went back to the bathroom. I didn't want anyone to see me. I just told a friend of mine, please just take for me this bucket to the bathroom. I'm going to bathe. Good thing it was on a weekend. So I took the bucket. I I also carried my basin, so the water that was in the bucket I placed it in the basin, and I had to take my bucket, turn it over, and sit on it so that I can bathe. So that's how I survived on that day. So when I was going back, since our whole bathroom was tiled, I almost slipped and fell. So luckily I held myself on the wall, on a certain door over there. So I held myself there, looked for my balance, then I started walking. Then people are looking at me in the dorm like, what's wrong with Shakes? Kwani, what's up with Shakes? What's wrong with her? And I told them, no, don't worry, I'll be okay, it's fine, it's just something minor. So we went, I was taken to class. On that day, I wasn't really feeling so much pain. I just felt a sharp pain that comes and goes. So that day, I was at least laughing with my friends, making jokes, making noise because I was a big noise maker. And yeah, so that's how the day went. And I feel like that day really went perfectly well. Not until we went to the dorm. When time reached for going to the dorm, because the whole day I didn't get up, I didn't go anywhere the whole day because everything was being brought to me in class. So I guess my legs slept. I think my legs slept or something. So I tried getting up, and to no avail. The pain was whoop. I felt the pain going all the way to my back. It was so painful, extremely painful. So I called a friend of mine. Then I told her, yo, you have to carry me to the door, please. I just can't walk. So we were around 4 chicks there. They were around 4, and they carried me to the door. They were like, hey, Kwani, what's wrong with chicks? What's wrong with her? What's going on? So we went to the dorms, and I told them, before you put me to bed, first take me to the washroom. I went. I had to pee. And like our school had latrines, so you have to bend, you have to like understand. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have to like squat. Yeah, squat. So I couldn't squat, so I had to do my shit while standing. It was so embarrassing. Anyway, I was I was in so much pain. Following morning, I think it was on a Monday or a Tuesday, I can't really remember. I woke up so bad because my right leg was not moving. It didn't want to touch the ground at all, like at any case. It felt heavy, it felt pain. Because I remember I woke up and I took my first step and I cried. I seriously cried because the pain was too much. So that day I went to the teacher, Madam Olenje, and I told her, "Yo, Madam, teacher, my leg is it's too bad. It's too much. The pain is just too much. I can't handle it. I can't handle it anymore." So she told me to go to the deputy's office. I was so scared because like I didn't want to like get you know too close with teachers, and I was a very shy girl when it came to teachers. That is, so she took me there. No, she went and talked to the deputy, and the deputy called me. So I went there, and I explained to her what was happening, and she asked me why are you not standing perfectly, and I explained. I told her the pain is too much. I know it's a deputy's office, you just can't sit on the seat if you're not told to. So I had to stand and support myself with her desk. So she told me that she's going to contact my dad. Because I'm a form 4, I'll have to go for 2 days and come back. Then I told her fine. So it was around break time. I went back to class because the pain got worse. I felt like my leg was being cut off my body. It was too much. The pain was too much. It was too much for me to handle. So I went to class. I slept like all the lessons because I didn't want to feel the pain. I slept all the lessons. I had no appetite. I was feeling dizzy. I was like, what the hell is going on with me? What is happening to me? I was so scared, by the way. I was seriously scared because I didn't know what was going on with me. I have never felt anything of this sort. I have never seen anybody in this kind of condition. So I was like, shh, what's going on? So I went. No, not I went. So at around 4, my dad came. No, it was at around lunchtime. At around 1, my dad came, and he thought, I usually have some problem with my digestive system, so he thought it was that issue and it can be treated in 1 or 2 days. It's that quick. So he thought it was it. Not until I was carried all the way to where he was. He felt it. I saw him, he almost cried. He almost cried, like literally. And I could feel his pain. I could see the way he was looking at me, and he was so shocked. He was like, what is going on with you? Then he was like, Nini? Then I told him my leg. Mguu iko na nini? I'm like, Dad, I'm in so much pain. Why are they carrying you? And I'm telling him, Dad, I can't walk on my own. I'm in too much pain. He looked at me. He just stared at me. He was like, this doesn't make any sense. What would I? So We went home. When we reached home, I remember he carried me from the car to the house. But then he said, we can't sleep with you like this. You have to go to the hospital. So we waited for mom to arrive from work and we went to the hospital. We went to Gertrude's hospital. So when we went to Gertrude's, we saw a doctor and he said that I need to be checked by an orthopedic. An orthopedic is a doctor that deals with the bones. So we had to book an appointment for the following day because we were told that the orthopedic will be in the office the following day. So we went back home. I remember I couldn't sleep the whole night. I was in so much pain. So my mom woke me up in the morning and she told me, let's go see the orthopedic. So we went to see the orthopedic, and when we went, we called the orthopedic and he was like, I was not told I have an appointment today, so there's no way I am coming to that hospital. Imagining the kind of pain he was in. Guys, at that time, my legs became weak completely. So my mom told me, you know what, there's this doctor, a friend of mine that usually deals with shosh. I think he can help you. So we called him and we were told that he's in his office, he can attend to me. So we went there straight. I can't remember it was where, I can't really remember which hospital it was. I can't remember, but we went there. Once we went there, the doctor checked on me. He looked at me, he was like, hey, what's up? I told him, I can't, I'm feeling so much pain. I feel like I can't walk. Even the slightest movement with my leg, it makes me feel like, falling down. So, so he told me, you know what, I want you to try to make a step. So I made one step, and the pain that rushed in my spine, it was too much. We went there, took a step, told me to stand on the weighing machine. I couldn't stand on my own. The nurse had to help me. Then he told me I will stop walking. They got me a wheelchair. So I sat on a wheelchair for the first time in my life. I remember my mom had to push me, like when I was going to any doctor's office, like I just felt like it's not me, because I was always everywhere. I could walk everywhere, and it was that's how it was, and that's how it used to be. So the doctor told me, you know what, I think you need to be admitted. And I was like, why? And he told me we need to run a lot of tests, and the distance from your place to here, it's a lot. It will be too consuming, and also you're not supposed to have all those movements going forth and back. I was like, okay. So my mom was asked, and she was asked, which hospital do you think she should go to? And I told them, which hospital has the best meal? Maybe I'm sick and that's the question I can ask the doctor. So I was taken to Nairobi Hospital. Was it Nairobi? Yeah, Nairobi Hospital. I was taken to Nairobi Hospital. So we reached there, we called my dad and we like told him we've been told that she's going to be admitted. And he was like, what? Admission? How serious is it? So he came rushing, like he didn't even take like over 30 minutes. He was already there. So we got the ward, we got the room, and I was placed there. Then I was hospitalized. I sat on that hospital bed. I couldn't believe it. I asked God, why now? Why now? When I was getting so ready to make a difference out of what people think, why now? Did you want me to fail? Did you want me not to pass? I asked God so many questions, but I never really got an answer at the time, I guess.